Greetings, beautiful souls. Welcome on a 5D journey. So I want to wish you a wonderful year of 2025. It is January 2025 and I took a little time to record this video because I'm getting over the respiratory illness. Now we do live in the 3D earthly world, right? And we are living in the fifth dimensional frequency and holding ourselves to that higher frequency, which means our consciousness, soul mind consciousness is connected with our fifth dimensional energy, and we are helping our body to adjust that energies as well. But the body itself is the three-dimensional body that we plug into that energy. But body sometimes does have a glitches. It heals in the miraculous ways, and sometimes we need to give ourselves a break. So it will assist us to give a break and send us to the bed to rest with it. So if you got the bug, I hope that you are feeling better and getting better, because definitely a lot of people having it right now. And just, take good care of yourself, have your teas, have your soup, stay in the bed for a while until you regain your strength again. So to the year 2025 and its flavor. So year 2025 will vibrate with number 9 frequency. 2 plus 2 plus 5 equal 9. That we go with a number 9. Now, Pleiadian taught me this use of the numerology. There are so many ways how to use the numerology and the meaning of the numbers and so much on. And the Pleiadians always talk about the most purest simplicity that you can probably imagine. So we'll go from the number 1 to the number 9. And depending on which number plays the role in your life, that part of your life will have a flavor, frequency, vibration of that number. So for the past 8 years, and this is becoming my 9th year, I'm following every single year with its flavor, with its frequency. And it has been a wonderful 8 years of growing, learning, improving, and doing better than expected for myself on this journey, or reaching more goals and places than I could even dream and imagine for myself. Now, whatever I teach, whatever I've read about, I do practice on myself. I embrace it for so long until it become my way of life, so I can share that and inspire your way of life with it. And of course, I suggest it to all my students and the clients, and everything I do revolve around it. And I realize that many people do thrive from it. If you look at my previous New Year's videos, they each have, for the past 8 years, they have this number 1 and number 2, and what does it mean for us? So let's go straight forward to number 9. Number 9 means ending of the cycle. It's the highest number in the singular numbers. So we don't go into 10, 11 and so much on. We stop with the 9. We begin with number 1, which is the new beginning, and we'll go to a number 9, which is the ending. So these 9 years and this 9 cycle would create, let's say, one circle. Sort of that one big circle of a life pattern that you practice in the 9 years. There are new beginning, there are choices and catalysis and changes and so much on. Just look, at your past 8 years and look how this year number 9 is gonna sort of, can bring it all together, or it can drag it with you to the next number 9 section. If you think about it, if we would live a life that is 90 years long, and that's still a huge blessing in our time, to be 90 years old and be healthy and enjoying the life. That will be only 9 circles, 9 cycles. That is not really as much if you think about it. So what I want to suggest to you from what I have learned from Pleiadians is to be very conscious about these circles and start and begin a new one the way how you would like it to be. Now you are in a very blessed time because we are in the number 9 right now, and that 2026 will stand for the number 1, the new beginning. And that new beginning may influence your whole 9 years of life in a very good and positive way. So if there's some major changes you want to do, start in the beginning, like, start working on them now. But there's a lot of new beginnings in the 2026. So this year is sort of tie up the ends. Look, what did you do? Look what the good things happen, what the bad things happen. Look what is it that you need to resolve. Look what is it that you would like to improve on. And this year means to working on all of it. Usually that year number 9 is a bit stressful with everything that's going around you. And if you look at our life from every kind of the angle, it feels stressful, from the environments to the politics to an increased way of the life of the living, the wildfires and so much on. It is quite a bit stressful, right? And yet you want to center yourself in that overview, doing the live review for your past 8 years to see again what it is that you need to end and what is it that you would like to begin. So there will be actually these 2 particular things that you want to focus on. First is the live review of your past 8 years. You don't necessarily, and that's going to lead in now to number 9. You don't necessarily need to go back in your childhood or before that and so much on. Just look at those 8 years, see what you wanted to do, what you accomplished, what you did not accomplish, what blessings came to your life, what challenges came to your life. Maybe, to write it down. If you feel that you grew from every single one of them, it's wonderful. If you feel that you feel stuck somewhere yet, then it's time to unblock and unstuck yourself. Now you go like, oh gosh, how am I gonna do it? There's a very simple way to do it. By accepting what did not go well, right? Just accepting that I have tried that and it didn't go well. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive everybody in that environment that you may feel like contribute, that it didn't go well for you. And then you're gonna look at it and see if there's something I still wanna pursue, or is it something I'm gonna call the quits and end it? Am I feeding a dead horse, or am I having a horse that's coming back into life? So you really want to look, am I putting the energy into something that is just draining and it doesn't work? Or am I putting the energy into something that may be new, rejuvenating, revitalizing? Now that something goes with our relationships, with our work, with our dreams and desires. And again, are you feeding something that has just become a black hole and taking all the energy and enthusiasm and passion away from you? Or is it something that you feel that you can heal that part of yourself and make it as this most energizing aspect, a ball of the energy for you for the future? That is up to you to decide. Now we're going to look at the future. You need to know what it is that you want this next 9 years. Imagine there is this one circle, and you can go and you can repeat it over and over and over. It gets kind of easier as we get older, we get wiser, and there's so much on, and we can deal with it. Or you can take a leap of faith and you can walk this another circle that is new, maybe exciting, maybe a bit challenging as well. But let's say here's a 3-dimensional energy, there's your 5th-dimensional energy. There are new opportunities. There's all beautiful happiness. It can be whatever you want it to be. And of course, it can be another circle of the disaster, absolutely, the disastrous, if that's what some people feel drawn to, because their mind is stuck in the disastrous reality. So here is something important what I said about the mind. Your mind helps you co-create the circles. See, our soul is here on the journey to having this wonderful journey through our life. It's like this time traveler, and it's seeking out knowledge and experience and wants to share the knowledge so much on. But you also understand that you are going through this life, for example, for the 90 years, and if you suffer for the 90 years, there's going to be another life that you're going to make another choice. But it also will work with your mind to give you a choice to change your journey. That you don't have to be suffering, or you don't have to be just blissfully happy, to be equal and fair to both of those. It gives you a choice. And so it says, okay, mind, whatever consciousness you are in, open out another cycle and another cycle and another cycle. So if you are in the happy mind and start seeing the happy reality, despite whatever's happening around you, you will open that new circle, that new cycle. If you get, shall we call it, victimized by the unhappy reality, disastrous reality, and so much on, because mind just can't see anything else and perceive anything else because it's so influenced by all the external forces, that is what you are going to be living. It is not that anybody's bestowing it upon you. It is that what you accept as your own reality. I hope it makes sense. And I know it's kind of like, what? I do accept that. I don't want that. But if you wake up every morning and you follow the depressed kind of the way of the thinking and everything within your body, within you, follow all that, there is no miraculous recovery if you do not apply yourself to the miraculous recovery. Now, what is miraculous recovery in this case? In this case, out of the cage? It is the way how you convince yourself to think. Now, I say it in so many videos and I repeat it almost in every classes. In our body, we do have an organ that we call gallbladder on the right side of our body. According to Chinese medicine, gallbladder holds the spiritual energy of choices. Yes, you cannot choose right away what is physically happening in your outside world, but you can choose how you're going to feel about it. And that is the power of mind within you. The more you choose it, the more you embrace it, the more you get yourself to walk in that different circle where you would like to walk. Because all our way is in that spiral, in those circle of the spirals. Now the spiral is the continuance, right? This, let's say, ovals of the circles or the movement. But when we get stuck in our reality, we don't see that movement forward in the spiral. We're gonna get stuck in the part of the spiral. You get like congested and there you are. And I believe we all have been there, stuck in that spiral. And we can totally get stuck when you get a COVID, or we could get a respiratory illness, and you go like, that's not what I have, planned. This doesn't fit in my life right now. Why is it happening to me? And there's just so many mutation of all kind of this, the viruses today, as it naturally evolve and happen, they do make you feel quiet, depressed, and down, and so much on. But then it comes down again to that choice of, do I choose to follow what is suggested to me, or will I convince myself to think and feel differently? It does take a push. You do have to force it a little bit, but it gets you to the place where you would like to be. And so that is the energy of 2025. Pleiadian says, if we explain in the 2 words, it says expect unexpected. And I start seeing it in my life, expect unexpected. And I'm expecting that, this is going to happen this way, and it happened completely different way. And there is something interesting what is happening, I believe, to all of us. We made that shift into that 5th dimensional mind. Now, if you follow up with me on the journey or you're doing your journey and you feel you made that shift, by the year number 9, you will get tested as well. Like, did you master it all? Are you gonna do it? Did you remember it correctly? So when suddenly these things happen to you that things happen differently than you would like them to happen, your ego will come back, sort of with a little wake up, like, here I am, let me give you a little push, let me push the button just a little bit. And you go like, what is it happening? I thought we already went through it, we already deal with ego grow up. Like, do you remember you grow up to be a beautiful, intelligent mind? And ego says, oh, I just tried just a little bit, like, all that stuff. What does it matter? What does it doesn't matter? Let's say that's the gravity of the three-dimensional awareness and the consciousness that by year number 9 says, hey, you are my sheep, right? You belong in this circle. Let's magnetically pull you in. Let's be like a vampire and just like look at you and mesmerize you back in. Let's get you back in at our circle because, hey, we're getting ready for the count and we are doing this 9 years again. And you go like, yeah, that's my ego, that's what we have done. But I'm sorry, I'm gonna go walk in this different circle of the intelligent mind, of the 5th dimensional energy, of the reality where the happiness is everyday normal. That's what I want, right? I want that. And this circle, this gravity of the 3-dimensional consciousness says, oh, okay, we just tried. So expect unexpected. Don't get it to get. Don't get it. How do we say English? Don't get the bad things or shocking thing, challenging thing. Get the best out of you. You practice it for way too long. Hold your calm and says, okay, here I'm going. Also, I don't mean to expect unexpected, only the negative things. Expect the most greatest and amazing things happening to you. So there will be almost like this, the play of the duality. Here's the challenge, and here's the exciting stuff. The good things is just like, oh my God, how can that happen to me? Like, to me? Like, are we talking about the right person? This good thing is happening to me? And then the next thing, like the ego and the 3-dimensional gravity consciousness is saying, ha ha ha, can you really believe it's gonna happen to you? Are you worthy of this? Like, we're not gonna tell you, do you really sweetie feel worthy of this? This is when you need to say, okay, I'm taking it. I'm accepting it. It's not the ego greed, it's the intelligence of the mind. I want to have this and that, and I finally receive it, or I receive invitation to it. I'm gonna take it. I will not be afraid of love, of happiness, of a good work, of a good business, of having a positive, great finances, success, great communication. You name it, good health. You have to be able to accept unexpected in the good way and let go of these unexpected occurrences and when in the bad way when they happen. And that is the final graduation of 2025. Now, on the January 29, we're gonna shift from the year of the dragon, which I think we all very much enjoyed, into a year of a snake. The year of the snake. Now, year of the snake is very, very powerful year. First of all, the snakes in the ancient Egypt are depicted by the sun disk. You usually have a green snake and blue snake. So the green stands for the knowledge of your soul, and the blue stands for the that knowledge coming to your body. And there's a red up here as there, which is for the intelligent mind. In this way, the sun disk, I call it the soul cave, was made in the red color, which stands for the intelligent mind. So the ancient teachers in the ancient Egypt were depicted as snakes. And we go like, oh, something scary and fishy must be going on. No, the good teacher will intimidate you. And that's how it should and shall be. Not everybody just walking into the library of the knowledge should enter that library of the knowledge. If you are not in the healthy consciousness, how you can do well with the ancient knowledge? So the snake would either scare the heck out of you, or you accept the snake as your teacher will lead you to the ancient knowledge and wisdom. Now, where else in our mythology we have snake? In India, right? The Vedas and the Naga beings. The Naga beings are known as the snake people, snake being, reptilian beings, one of the most ancient extraterrestrial energy within the earth. They are protectors of the knowledge. They are protectors of the deposits of the crystals and the metals and resources. They are also a beautiful protectors of the earth. So those are the most wonderful ancient teachers that you can find in the energy world. And so be ready to meet your teachers. Be ready to be connected to most ancient energy. Now, this comes once in a long time as an opportunity. Now coming to the year number 9, that will, go with that energy of a year of a snake. And it's a wood snake, goes with the wood element, so we'll go into the trees. We go with all the energy inside of the inner earth. It's very special, it's very precious. And it gives us opportunity to really, to work on ourselves, develop ourselves, and get the most highest possible assistance in our life on earth in this time. Now, we says, okay, we're going to channel the Pleiadians, we're going to channel Sirians, we're going to channel extraterrestrial beings. We want these extraterrestrial beings to land here and tell us everything that we possibly may know. Did those extraterrestrial beings live on Earth that you talk about right now? Do they know about how the life on the Earth actually goes in cycles for the thousands of years? Do they have a data and evidence and live these lives like you did for the thousands of years? Or are there extraterrestrial beings living inside of the earth? There are many of them in the crystal cities, and one of them are Naga beings. Some people say that the Naga already left the earth. I do believe that the Naga's energy is inside of the earth and is available for us to teach us to become the caretaker of the world, to become the caretakers, guardians of the earth, of its resources, of its precious, healthy, healing, rejuvenating energies. Why do you think these aliens keep coming to the earth and be drawn to it? The earth has very unique healing properties. It's a pharmacy within this universe. So let the Naga beings and the snake beings become your teacher and assist you on your journey. Learn again to look at your life and close the patterns. See what you need to let go, what you need to heal, and plan what is your next 9 years of life starting from 2026. What will be the most successful and amazing years of that? Now, to give you the last thing, a little bit, go back. Number 1 started in 2017. It was a, to new beginning. A lot of people awaken into spirituality. It was a mass awakening in the spirituality, remember, through, some shocking circumstances, and some people through the pain and disbeliefs and so much on. But around 2017-18, there has been a huge awakening I remember that my guides, when they're number year 1 and the 2, and they started to saying, all right, shift more teaching in the online courses and online. And I was saying, well, my home practice, it's thriving, it's doing really good. I enjoy this, being among the people. And then says, no, start really looking into it. 4 out of my 6 books has been written in these 9 years. They've been very, very successful books, and they have been very great for my personal growth and for all of those, that I work with. I will be playing Code 1, 2, 3 and Embody Your Cosmic DNA, which very much goes with my first book, To Activate Your Cosmic DNA. All my books has been published into the hard copy in all German-speaking languages, in Portuguese, in Czech language, and of course in the English language. So I follow those years. I want to point out 2019 was the year number 3, was a catalyst. It was a beautiful year. I took my children actually visit to Europe for the first time. I was born into Europe. To visit my family. It was an incredible year of evolution and healing. And then 2020, we went into the COVID, right? Full-blown COVID. That was a year 2020, see clearly. Or number 4, as we would say in the Pleiadians, abundance. Now, if you follow the guidance from that year 1, 2, and 3, for some people, the COVID has been miserable time and lost everything, and that some people did really great and build up on what they have done before. So the abundance, you can activate negative abundance or the positive abundance. I met people from the both sides. For me, that year has been a very, very good and successful year. Now, it was in the work-based way, but I follow for those 3 years before what Pleiadians guided me and how to do. And even though it didn't make complete sense to be set up for the online teaching and the classes by 2020, has turned out such a blessing, incredible blessing that I'm grateful until today. 2021 was number 5 and year of the changes and shifts again. And it's been quite a painful year. Number 5 can bring a lot of pain, a lot of, sort of like, here we are in this, kind of a route. You are like that halfway of the 9 years, and the guys goes like, okay, let's shift it a little bit more. Where is it you would like to be? What is it you want? And let's make a changes. If you are not fully open to all those changes, they shift a little bit for you. I remember saying 5, 5, 5 everywhere, and it's been a very growing year, 2021. Then 2022 was the year of the truth, when I really allow myself to see the truth in everything, in my work, in my relationship, in everything. And I call a tremendous personal changes in my life. And of course that reflect that in my family and in my work, in everything that I'm doing. Now I'm sharing this with you as a testimonial that it works, it can work for you as well. 2023 has been actually quite an incredible healing year. And number 7 is healing between the mind and the soul and the body. So it's been very bodily healing year. 2024, number 8, that was probably my favorite year of them all. Number 8 is that kiss from the high above, from your soul families, the infinity. It has been incredibly healing here. My work was a little bit slowed down. I didn't write a book last year, but I got an incredible note and the pages for my next book that I begin this year. And there's going to be a whole series of the books that I want to introduce you in the next 9 years, which I'm extremely, extremely happy about. There's been a year of the traveling and the healing. I talked to you about the healing waters connected to the microcosm of our body, connected to the acupuncture points and so much on. So it has been incredibly healing year, recollections of ancient knowledge and the wisdom, and really finding that universe within. And the number 9 is the ending. To really look like, okay, this is what happened, this has been, and let's end all of it. Let's start new and exciting, and I'm very excited about it for many reasons. To those who are about approaching that middle part of your life, I just turned 50, and in the Taoistic books I found, which is very exciting, that the life starts at 50 when you really are to be introduced to this wise knowledge and the wisdom, when we are fully ready, actually, when we are beyond the craziness of the life and raising the kids, because our kids are probably older or a little bit, they are not the babies anymore, right? That they can take care of themselves a lot of time. And we have more time for ourselves, for doing that we like, that we desire, and feeling comfortable within this body. So we need to, kind of define that what may be predicted from our society, where and how we should be, and especially as a woman, where, how it should be, and defining ourselves, and finally feel comfortable in defining ourselves. So I'm gonna add this all to my number 9, and I hope you do as well, to really, to embrace my body, where I am in my life, and loving myself and loving every minute of it, because from the 50 to 90, I hope I'm gonna be here like that long, I have probably about 4 cycles, right? That is precious at this time. And I don't think before we're looking at it that way, but the more consciously we start looking at it, it is not with the fear to look at it, but with the excitement. What all I can create in those 4 cycles. What, the 4 would be the abundance, right? How I can play in the earthly playground and play the game of the life, and how I can navigate through everything that is happening. So with that, I want to wish you a most wonderful 2025. If you enjoy what I do, check out my classes. The soul healing will start next Thursday, actually. I will do the Thursdays now at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the South Carolina time. So check it out, and have the best year ever. End up your cycle so you can create a new one. Love and light from my heart to yours.